afternoon and welcome to Newswatch3. I'm Alexis Jones.
And I'm Christina Smith, and we are so excited to bring you your weekly news. Today we will take a look at the recent freshman formal, the Asbury Worship Collective album recording, and the upcoming junior-senior dance.
We'll also have your weather and sports updates. This past weekend, the Asbury Worship Collective live recorded their annual original worship album. Reporter Kreutzer gives us more insight on some of the students behind this album.
This past Friday and Saturday night, the Asbury Worship Arts Department packed in the CLC and hosted this year's annual live album recording. This year's album was entitled Unconventional and featured a variety of new, original worship music. Manieri, this year's album producer, gave us a bit of insight into her role.
Yeah, so my role has been kind of a little bit of everything. It's been a lot of administration, so kind of forming the groups and inviting people into different positions and giving out tasks and lots of delegating and vision planning and trying to figure out like what direction do we want to go.
Haven isn't the only one involved with putting this album together. Acoustic guitarist and songwriter Crowner Beck tells us a bit about what it's meant to him to be a part of this album.
It's been such an amazing process, both like this year and last year. It's been like two totally different like experiences, even though like I've been a part of it. It's just been so cool. Been able to experience God in such amazing ways, especially like with the songs and being able to, we're writing these songs which are part of us, and seeing things that we've gone through, be able to like seeing how they impact others through our performance.
He also touched a bit on all the hard work it's taken to bring this project to light.
It's been an exhausting process, that's for sure. And perfecting all these songs to the best of our ability so that, we're recording a live album, and that comes with its own sets of challenges. And each of us are busy within our own schedules and our own personal lives and school lives. And just being able to focus every single week, every day we were striving so hard in order to make this as best as we could.
It wasn't all doom, gloom, and hard work, though. Donovan shared a bit about the fun the team was able to have with one another.
Being able to goof off with everyone. Like, whenever there's a partial mistake or something we need to go back to, we just end up getting kind of distracted and just going off the rails.
While being in the room, it was clear that the Spirit had moved in wonderful ways, but I also got to hear a bit about Crowner's perspective on this.
My biggest hope is that God continues to use it. He already has, both in my life and those around me. These songs mean so much to me. Even the songs I didn't even write meant more to me than the songs I wrote at times. And just being able to see God moving in others in this time of during album and during the recording, I saw people crying, and I don't know, but that just being able to see the work that all this hard work that we put into God using that in such powerful ways has been so rewarding.
It was awesome getting to hear from the album team, but they did have one ask.
Listen to the album when it comes out on Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, and buy a t-shirt.
Reporting from Asbury University in Wilmore, Kreutzer, Newswatch3.
With Easter just around the corner, some Asbury facilities are shutting down for the long weekend. All classes are canceled on Friday and will return on Tuesday. There will be no chapel service in Hughes until Wednesday, April 3rd. The bistro closed its doors on Wednesday at 2 p.m. but will reopen on Tuesday at 11 a.m. The Hiccup will be available until 3 p.m. on Thursday. It will open up again at 7:30 a.m. on Tuesday. The cafeteria has reduced hours this week, starting with Thursday being from 5 to 6 p.m. The cafeteria will return to normal hours Tuesday morning. The Kinlaw Library will close at 6 p.m. on Thursday and remain closed over the weekend. On Monday, they will have shortened hours from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Regular Kinlaw hours will return on Tuesday.
One of Asbury's very own men's dorms hosted their annual Johnson Film Festival in the CLC building on campus. Reporter Addie Smith is in the CLC now with more information. Addie?
Thanks, Alexis. The Highbridge Film Festival is not the only film festival held this semester. The Johnson Residence Hall hosted the annual Johnson Film Festival last night here in the CLC. This is one of the last events of the OCHO, a year-long competition challenges for all of the 8 Johnson halls. Each hall created their own short film to show in front of the audience on the big screen. The films covered a wide range of genres from action, drama, suspense, and much more. Many films paid tribute to a specific hall member. There was a panel of judges, along with the opportunity for the audience to rank their favorite film. First place was awarded to the Dog Hall with their short film, Dog Diverts Divorce. Second place went to Family Hall, and tying for third place was Nest Hall and Brotherhood Hall. Along with entertainment, a large snack bar was offered with popcorn and ice cold drinks. That's all I have for you. Back to you, Alexis.
Asbury University hosted its annual freshman formal, which took place this past Saturday evening. Many students from the freshman class gathered for fellowship and dancing through the evening. Reporter Christina Smith and producer Alex Deacon gives us more.
I'm here at Wilmore City Hall, where Asbury University is hosting its annual freshman formal, otherwise known as spring formal. Students are welcome to dress up and bring dates or guests, or go alone with groups of friends.
I just want the students to all have a great time like they are, and just get closer with each other and see that the cabinet and our advisors really care about everyone in our class. Yeah. But we have photo booth, we have dance, we have like tables where you can eat, and tons of snacks in the hallway.
And we're having an awesome time.
I mean, it's been great. I have awesome friends that we came with. We've been vibing to the music. The food was really good. And we have our photographer who totally made us feel so special taking pictures of us. So it was great.
Left foot, let's go. Right foot again. Left foot again.
So the Asbury community is all about bringing students together in just an environment that fosters relationships centered on Christ. So our hope is that all the students here can just strengthen their friendships and just have an awesome, fun night.
Newswatch3 forecaster Ella Kayes has the latest in this week's weather. Ella?
Thanks, Alexis. Taking a look at our current conditions, it is a pretty clear day outside, and temperatures are expected to reach 58 degrees for the day. And tonight we'll see some more clear skies with a low of 39 degrees. Tomorrow is expected to be mostly sunny with a high of 68 degrees. Looking ahead to the weekend, on Saturday, we're expecting a partly cloudy day with a high of 70 and a low of 55. And on Sunday, we'll see some showers throughout the day with temperatures reaching 72 degrees for the high and lows dropping to 60 degrees. And transitioning into next week, those showers on Monday will turn into thunderstorms with a high of 74 degrees and a low of 57 degrees. And on Tuesday, we'll see a continuation of that rain with a high of 61 and a low of 36. And that's all the weather updates I have for you this week. Back to you.
Sports reporter Spencer Harvey is in the studio with us to give us an update on all of our Asbury sports. Spencer?
Thanks, Christina. Our softball team faced off against an NCCAA opponent, Campbellsville University, yesterday afternoon. The midweek contest resulted in a loss to the Tigers in Game 1 with a score of 7-1. The Eagles had a strong offensive presence in Game 2, scoring 4 runs, but ultimately fell again to the Tigers by 1 run in a late inning push, 5-4. The Eagles were led on the offensive end by Natalie Eisen and Abigail Moffitt, both collecting 2 RBI home runs. The Eagles continue 9-12 with their next matchup against Mount St. Joseph University on Tuesday. Baseball traveled to Berea College yesterday afternoon. The Eagles came out on top 16-4 against the Mountaineers. The men combined for 18 hits for the night to take their 10th win of the season. The Eagles will be back here at Asbury to take on Trinity Christian College tomorrow. The men's and women's basketball teams traveled to Winona Lake, Indiana last week to compete in the NCCAA National Tournament. On Friday, the men defeated Roberts Wesleyan to finish in 7th place. The Eagles were led by Clayton Winter and Caleb Wallace, who combined for 49 points. Winter had an impressive performance with 20 points and 20 rebounds, which resulted in his 14th double-double of the season. The men finished the season 17-11. The women end the season 19-10, highlighted by an 11-game win streak mid-season and their third consecutive national tournament appearance. Trinity Shear was honored by Redeemer College and the NCCAA with an opening basket to start the game. Shear's historic career at Asbury came to an end in the Mid-East Region title game, suffering a knee injury that held her out the rest of the season. She ends her career at Asbury with over 1,000 points, holds the all-time steal record in her career with 274, as well as the record for all-time steals in a single season with 90 steals. She's also a two-time NCCAA All-American, two-time Mid-East First Team member, and a 2024 finalist for the Kathy Freeze Peabody Award. The Eagles close out their season with a win over Redeemer, which resulted in a 7th place finish at the national tournament. That's all the sports updates I have for you today. Back to you, Christina.
Easter is this weekend, and many Americans will spend on average close to $200 per day for a person, which comes as egg prices are rising. Jen Sullivan gives us more information.
Grab your baskets and your wallet, because Easter spending this year is one for the record books.
Easter is certainly a popular holiday for many consumers.
Catherine Cullen with the National Retail Federation says Americans will shell out about $180 per person on Easter-related items this year, bringing total national spending to $22.4 billion. While those numbers are slightly down from last year, it's still the third highest per person spending on record. So, where is that money going? Consumers will likely spend the most on candy and food, according to the NRF's annual Easter survey, followed by gifts, clothing, and decorations.
They're planning lots of special meals, picking up cards, as well as gifts to share with loved ones.
One of the most popular items are eggs, whether you're eating them, decorating them, or hunting them.
We do see that over half of households with children are planning an Easter egg hunt at home this year. That goes up to almost 60% if you have a child under 10.
But don't expect to hunt down any bargains on eggs. The average cost of a dozen large eggs was just under $3 in February, according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics' most recent data. That's 47 cents higher than January. So what's causing the rise in cost? Experts say a spike in bird flu cases has impacted supply, and this time of year brings a high demand for eggs. This specific strain was first detected in the U.S. in 2022, according to the CDC. For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
On April 6th, Asbury juniors and seniors are invited to take a trip to the moon. The annual Junior-Senior Dance will take place this year at Limestone Hall in Lexington. Organized by the Student Activities Cabinet, the event promises to be a night of fun, music, and great food. There will be drinks, desserts, and hors d'oeuvres, including vegetarian and gluten-free options. The dance begins at 7:30 p.m.
Well, that's all we have for you today. Thank you so much for trusting us with your weekly news.
We'll see you next week, Asbury.